Yo, good morning, everyone. We just got breaking news. I just changed the title of the show, too, added to it, I should say. The Supreme Court just now ruling that Trump tariffs, reciprocal tariffs, are illegal. Markets are reacting to this. We had a little spike up off of it. Expect a lot of volatility today, guys. We also got GDP data showing signs of economic weakness. No, not a thumbs up. Thumbs down, sir. Thumbs down, sir. Thumbs down. I don't know what you're doing that thumbs up for. Can we get a thumbs down? There we go. Thumbs down. Also, inflation data accelerating. Sticky inflation is what we have. Top it off. Trump also said limited strikes on Iran, very likely. So we've got some more data on geopolitical tensions in the world. We've got tariff information today. We got GDP and inflation data today, and we've got a chart. So let's talk about the crypto market looking decent right now. But I do have a chart I'm going to show you here as soon as we get into it. Let's do that. I'm getting ahead of the game. Getting ahead of the game. You guys know what time it is. Class is in session. Welcome to the Morning Market Report. This is the morning show where I break down the news, the headlines, the charts. We talk about everything you need to know on the charts and the macroeconomic data, on the global tensions. It's basically to help you understand what's going on in the world and how the markets may react to it. Right here every morning, 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Piper Academy Network, the Morning Market Report with me, your host, the Army Piper. Let's go ahead and jump over into the chat and see who all's over here. Nope, that is not the chat. That would be the chat. There we go. We got Alexander G in here, the mod queen. Appreciate you, lady, for being here. If you guys don't know, if you come back and watch these videos later and you see that there's timestamps to jump through chapters, you guys can thank Alexander G for that. She's the one that does all of that stuff for you. So Eric Wallen in here. Eric Wallen, I commented on your response on X, and you didn't reply back. I'm very shocked. Darren does things. What's up, man? Appreciate you being here. XYDOZYX. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you, lady. Crypto Coin Mindset Keith in here with us. The real Crypto Ben in here with us. Also Viking Steve joining us. Ada Ace. He sent me a message on X saying, "Hey, look at the tariff thing," and I had already got it, but I appreciate that I got people out there watching out for me in the news world. Also Deborah in here with us, and Mike Vollmer leading off the chat. We got about 29 people right now. Alex O redirected yesterday and today, and we're not seeming to get anybody. So I don't know what's going on with his redirect. I don't know, but 31 in here now. So I appreciate it. If you guys haven't done so yet, please smash up the like button. We're trying to grow a channel here, and that is what helps. That right there, that like right there is what helps us out immensely. So let's go get it in a chart and talk about what we're seeing over here. Basically, where we have been, I should say. Bitcoin right now in between a high order block and a loud order block, and you see the high order block is mostly bearish. 79% sell off in this block here versus 68% buy on this loud order block here, and that's just kind of kept us in this tight little range. We do have a trend line coming down on top of this, and if we throw this on, you'll see that that trend line also is a nice little symmetric triangle. 50-50 which way it's going to go, but given that we look at the higher time frame, and this is very likely an extended bear flag, typically this will head down lower. Let's just go measure this off and see how this looks, just to give us an idea. Don't extend, stop extending. There we go. And let's just see here. Where this would go. Get that breakout from the top. We'll even give it that room. Yeah, you're looking at like 44,000 if this bear flag actually plays out. Doesn't always happen, but just to give you an idea. We are getting a turn down right now on the Oscillator Pro. The ribbon here turning down to the downside at the zero line. Money volume is coming up, but what is money flow looking like here? Money flow is also red and turning down again. So not looking the greatest on the 4 hour. Let's check out the multi-oscillator and see what it's telling us. We are under on the 4 hour, at least. Actually, this is the daily. We are under that 30% line it is possible we get a pump up from here, but on the 4 hour again, volume's still looking weak on here. Let's or on the daily for the volume. Let's go and take a look at what we're seeing on like the weekly. Weekly will give us a little bit better picture. Weekly looking extremely oversold. Also, guys, it is possible we do get a rally, a short-lived rally, and I've been saying that is possible because of the MVP oscillator. If we print off a bright green candle here at the end of the month, so next weekend, we could be looking at this giving us a relief rally, and then it's just a lower high. Down we go. It would also create a possible head and shoulders pattern-esque. I mean, this is much lower than I would want to use for a head and shoulders, but it is possible that we have something like that occur here on the monthly. And then this would be, yeah, on the monthly, we were set for a pump like we normally are. And however, this is normally called the bottoms of the market. It could just set us up for, we've only got 3 cycles to base off of for a lower high and then finish off. So I am thinking that we could get a pump here soon. On the monthly, we still have a little ways to go down. My bot has been closed. So I did close my bot this morning on the tariff data just because I didn't want it exposed to uncertainty, and it's a good money maker. So I was up over $500 when I closed it out. I will reopen that probably once all the dust settles here and I figure out how the markets really are taking all this. Let's go ahead and jump in on the news and get in on that side. Then we'll come back and take a look at the charts. It is Friday, so we will have JR up here with us in a little while. JR is going to be joining us today for some TA. He also dropped some trades yesterday when we brought up the Discord clip. When we brought that up, he was talking about a trade, and that trade played out pretty well. He also dropped some stuff in the Discord. So let's go get in on here and take a look at what we're looking at on the into the Cryptoverse metrics today, guys. Sitting at $2.297 trillion currently for the total crypto market cap. Trend on this is sitting at $4.88 trillion. Undervalue currently at 53% for the fair value. We're still sitting in the 5x or 4x DCA level for our wristbands, but pushing down to that 0.30 range, 0.299. The Piper plan will shift over into a 5x DCA level. And of course, as I've showed you, the best days to DCA, well, let's go ahead and talk about dominance first. Dominance sitting at 58.62%. Take away the stable coins, Bitcoin dominance back above 67%. Let's go look at best days to DCA. Best day to DCA, the Piper way. Best day to DCA. Load for me. Thanks. And let's put this from 2025, January 1st to current. That'll give us a little over 1 year. So for the past year, best days to DCA, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we are heading into the weekend. Likely could get that best day to DCA. Saturday happening again. I DCA'd yesterday, so that's not too bad. No, actually, I DCA'd on Wednesday. I DCA'd on the worst day to DCA, and we've gone lower. But hey, it don't matter. We're adding to it weekly, and that's the whole point of it. So how are we looking on liquidations for the past 24 hours? Right now, past 24 hours, 79,865 traders got liquidated. Total liquidations coming in at $186.18 million. Largest single order liquidation order was on Binance. It was the ETH trade, and it got liquidated for $2.91 million. Longs versus shorts right now, guys. On the hourly, looks like we have more people that are long than short, but on the 24-hour, we are sitting with more longs than shorts. So I don't know. I would say that we do get a pump up, but I think that it's going to be short-lived, guys, and we're going to talk about those levels. Let's go get into X marks the spot here. The Supreme Court of the United States has officially ruled that President Trump's tariffs are illegal in a 6-3 ruling. The U.S. now faces $150 billion in a lot of people reposting this and sending it out, guys. So keep an eye on that. And volatility is just what's going to roll off of this. That's just all there is to it. Also, this morning, 40 minutes ago, breaking news, Trump says he is considering a limited strike on Iran. We've already known this was coming. We've been talking about this since Monday here on the show, guys. All of the aircraft and everything and ships and all the stuff that was moving into the Middle East. But now we have video or audio to match that video because now we've actually heard it come out of the president's mouth. And that, again, adds more volatility. So we did get GDP growth this morning. GDP growth was below expectations. GDP came in at positive 1.4 versus the expected 3% upside move. Final sales plus 1.2. We'll get into all of this in a bit. Fear and greed index sitting in extreme fear at 7 right now on the fear and greed index. And then check this out. Well, we'll talk about this. Rand Nooner said now they have to cut rates. And I replied to this and said, you don't cut rates into rising, sticky, accelerating inflation. That's not how any of this works. So, yeah, Rand Nooner, you don't know what you're talking about, dude. Stick with shilling gummy token. There's what you do. Coinbase launches 3.5% USDC award. So, the Clarity Act is talking about a lot of things about, hey, you may not be able to get yield on USD coin and money, right? Money yield. It looks like Coinbase is setting up an alternate to that. And even if it's not for the Clarity Act, I kind of dig it. The 3.5%. So you guys know on my Bitcoin credit card, I get 4% Bitcoin back on all purchases with my Coinbase One card, which is awesome. It's amazing. It's free Bitcoin, right? Now, but the problem with that is you have to have $200,000 value, whether it be in crypto, USDC, whatever, on the exchange in order to get that 4%. Now with Coinbase One Premium, you can get 3.5% APY on your USDC balances, unlimited, and you can get it paid back in Bitcoin or USDC. So you get your choice. So this is pretty cool. $4.99 a month. Reward preferences can be changed at any time. Tax reporting applies if rewards exceed $2,000 annually. So, it's as income, just so you know, for tax reporting. But yeah, they're now going to be offering Bitcoin as one of their offerings. So this is from Kyle Dupes, and it's a pretty interesting thread here. I want to go over this one real fast. Something unusual is showing up across markets right now. Geopolitics, positioning, volatility, all hitting at the same time. So here's what's lining up what Kyle says. U.S.-Iran tensions are heating up. Trump says we'll know in about 10 days while repeating Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Now talks of Congress potentially backing major action in the Middle East. Markets don't handle uncertainty well, and this is about as unclear as it gets. 2, oil quietly pushing higher. We've been talking about this on the show all week, that oil has been a bit above that $60 a barrel and rising. So when geopolitical risks build, energy usually reacts first. Oil tends to move up before the narrative can catch up. And you can see that there. Oil pushing and breaking out, doing a breakout on that trend. So gold volatility is at the highest level since 2008, not price. Volatility, that's hedging demand showing up. When gold starts behaving like a high beta asset, something underneath is shifting. And then lastly here, actually, I guess it's not lastly, U.S. equities are flashing a strange mix. 54% of the S&P stock market overbought, highest since 2025. At the same time, 26% oversold, highest since October. Both happening together almost never shows up. Aggressive buying and aggressive selling at the same time, not exactly orderly conditions. You can see that typically when one's going up, the other one's coming down, and here we are both rising together on the oversold and the overbought both rising at the same time. Insiders selling running at a record pace. Executives are selling into strength while the timeline debates World War III. This is worth paying attention to. And this is Fluor, director of Fluor Corporation, the collateral holders of Cresco, so on and so forth, all selling off insider trade, insiders selling off their stock holdings in a lot of companies. And then crypto is feeling it too. US spot Bitcoin ETFs just saw their largest cycle drawdown since the October all-time high, roughly 100,000 Bitcoin out. Institutionals are de-risking, and Ethereum now has had 6 consecutive red months. The longest streak on record was 7 back in 2018. Altcoins being offloaded aggressively, more capitulation than enthusiasm. Zoom out, and the picture looks like this. Geopolitical escalation, oil pushing higher, gold volume elevated, extreme internal dispersion, insider selling, institutional de-risking, retailers mostly absent. This does not look like a clean correction. So he actually goes on and says, here's the strange part. Markets often get darkest when participation disappears and fear dominates the conversation. Does this resolve through escalation or exhaustion? And that's the big question. So, where are we at right now? Are we in escalation or are we in exhaustion? I think we're in escalation still, and I do think that we have some lower lows to come in. So, how are we looking on the TradFi market today, guys? Let's make sure we got a refresh on this. Yeah, it looks like it is. Um, Dow Jones up about 0.25% on that tariff news. These were all in the red this morning, and I've turned around on that news of the tariffs. S&P is now up 0.3%. Nasdaq's up about 0.44. Russell TK just slightly up above 0.1%, and the volatility index actually slowing down, but still at 19, above that 17 level that we like to keep an eye on. How is the bonds market looking right now? I didn't tell you to go to an article, sir. You can bring it back like you left something. Let's go to bonds. There we go. Bond yield look going green right now, meaning people are selling it off. It's up just slightly, 1/100% here. Oil getting a pullback. Interesting. Oil is pulling back slightly, 0.2%, still $6 above that $60 level. And we can see gold is above $5,000 again. Silver getting a 4.2% move to the upside above $80, sitting at almost 81. Platinum, copper, palladium, all moving to the upside. Also, the Supreme Court knocks down Trump's emergency tariffs. This is the live update. Let's refresh this and see what's happening. Stocks rebounding from that earlier loss, which I told you it was all red before. Dow Jones rose 128 points. The S&P traded up 0.4%, and the NASDAQ composite rose about 0.5%. With Friday's move, the Dow is heading for a 0.1% gain in the period. This all coming as earlier today, traders received a downbeat view on the growth of the U.S. economy from GDP, which increased by 1.4%, well below its expected, and then also because of that inflation being sticky and accelerating. But then we get the news come in from the Supreme Court ruling, and everything turns around on it this morning. We'll take it. Supreme Court on Friday struck down a huge chunk of President Donald Trump's far-reaching tariff agenda, and the law that undergirds these import duties does not authorize the president to impose tariffs. This was on a 6-3 ruling by the Supreme Court. Chief Justice John Roberts delivered the opinion of the court. Justice Clarence Thomas, Samuel Alito, and Brett Kavanaugh, all three dissented. So that's what we have there. Looking at the crypto market and how it's reacting to this today, guys. Bitcoin up about 1.5%. Ethereum also up 1.5%. XRP's up 2. BNB's up 2.4. Solana's up 4.3. Tron up 2.1. Dogecoin up 2.9. I'm glad I closed out my bot for Ethereum short, but we will get it repositioned again, guys, and I'll do that in the Discord with you. Cardano up 5.2% at 28 cents. Not bad. Cardano making a little rally. Of course, it is far off from $3 that it was supposed to be at for a high this cycle. Never met it, but we'll give them the 5.1%. Hyperliquid's up 3.8%. Chainlink moving up 2 spots to number 15, up 3.5%. Monero and Canton Network both dropping spots here. Monero holding a 1.1% upside move. Canton Network selling off less than 1%. And rounding it out at the top 20, it's Rain taking a little dipsy-do today. Shout out to TradeFly. Little paying homage to TradeFly there. Here's this data that came in today. All right, let's talk about this because we had core PCE, which is going to be your inflation data, and we had GDP with this, which is the strength of the economy. And let's break it all down here. I got a little breakdown over here. Army Piper here. Let's hit the numbers because this one's a mixed bag, and it's kind of mixed. The Fed hates. It's the kind of mix that the Fed hates. So first up, inflation hotter than expected. PCE month over month for December came in at 0.4%, and you can see that right there. 0.4% was previously at 0.2. Consensus was about to be up slightly, 0.3. Nope, coming in more, double what they thought. Instead of 1.1 up, it's up 0.2. So that core PCE, headline PCE month over month also came in at 0.4, again, up from 0.2 and above the expectations. Now zoom out to year over year. We zoom out to year over year on this data. We can see that 0.29 was up from 0.28. That's right here in your year over year. So this is also higher than expected. And then the growth of the economy slowing hard, that would be your GDP growth rate quarter over quarter. It was at 4.4%, expected to be 3, just slightly down, quite a bit down at 1.4. So overall GDP contracting, inflation stickier and accelerating than what they would like to see. And then we had the Fed minutes also from yesterday, from Wednesday, guys, that said basically they are in a wait and see stance. They want more confidence that inflation is truly coming down before they pivot, and we didn't get that. So now the door is left open. If inflation doesn't cooperate, they can keep policy tight for longer and actually even have reason to raise rates. So I don't know that that's absolutely going to happen at all, but it's on the table. It's not off the table at all. So the key takeaway for the markets is the data leans hawkish hold because inflation is firming and growth is weakening. So we don't get the clean cuts are coming rally, okay? And we don't get the clean economy is booming rally either. That's why markets can get choppy right here. And that's the macro breakdown on that. Of course, we do have the data coming in again with the tariff stuff, guys. And so a lot of things here to make things a little shaky for the markets. How are we looking for a rate cut now for March? Let's take a look at that. We are sitting at a 96% chance of no rate cut, only a 4% chance that we get one right now. Let's look at April. April is a less than 20% chance that we get a rate cut. June still the most likely window, but this was at 60+% yesterday, guys. It's now down to 55.3. So we're seeing a drop in even the June rate prediction right now. A drop that the drop in the chance of a rate cut for June, which is after the May changeover of the chairman. So even this one, CME now changing and dropping it down. So Iran could be attacked in days. Trump states what's at stake for the oil market. It's going to go up. We know that this is coming. I talked about yesterday on the show that we typically do a stand down. Globally, a lot of the countries will do a stand down when they are looking at the during the Olympics, and those Olympics are due to be finished in 2 days. So don't be surprised if 22nd Olympics end, 22nd invasion on Iran starts. It would not surprise me at all. Of course, gold is rising on this U.S. Iran tensions and lower European bond yields. We've already shown that, and I think that's about it. Oh, did you guys see this? Trump ordered the U.S. agencies to release documents on extraterrestrial life. Aliens, man. Well, that's all I got to say. Let's jump over here. Let's check out the chat. See how everything's going over here. If I miss anything, dipsy-doo. Quick reminder, smash that like button. I agree. Thank you, Alexander G. Shout out to Mike Vollmer in here. The Audit Gang. We got the gang.
Gang.
There you go. And you know who else we got in here? I'll tell you who else we got in here.
Juicy.
We got Duo Chat. Nope, not there. Dang it. Where are you? Where are you, JR? You're right there. That's not it either. Is that it? That is not it either. I have one for you, man. I know I do. Where are you? JR, come back. I guess I gotta do a new one for JR. He's here. What's up, JR? How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I got to get you a setup. I had one here, but I guess Pam took it away. We go Duo Cam. Let's put them here for now. We'll get rid of the OC. We'll make it a thing. I guess you're going to be here, JR. We'll have to change you out, but here, pay no attention to the OC name in front of a setup there. There we go. What's up, dude? How's your charts looking? How's the trade going that you had yesterday? You came in, you were in the Discord yesterday. We brought you on screen. You talked about a trade then, and then I think I also saw one this morning. Let's go ahead and take a look at what you're thinking about the market before I get into the high time frame. How you feeling about this data that just came in? Does it change anything on your trade setups? Let's go to your chart. Let's get it.
Sounds good. So, I dropped this Bitcoin trade, I think, yesterday or something, and Solana. But I'll see what it. I dropped this short last night, but I was too tired. I was really tired, and I forgot to drop it. I passed out. But it looks like it wicked back up to my entry, and it's rejecting again. So that looks good. But I think we're gonna go up more. Honestly, I think this is like played out. The short.
Yeah, that's why I changed, closed out my my Ethereum short bot. I feel like we do have volatility enough to make some money flow in quickly and move it quickly, and I didn't want that loss of my capital gains there. So, yeah, I think you're right. I think we do go a little bit higher here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna go a bit higher and then down and then higher after that. That's what I think anyway.
Yeah, I've
Like
got.
I have USDT dominance. What were you saying?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, USDT dominance. I've been looking for this move to the downside, but it keeps coming short of where I was thinking it was gonna go. So it came down to here. It's pretty close. Now it's pumping back up on the 4 hour. This thing's starting to curl up for maybe a lower high or something. And then 2 hour. Look at this. We got a hidden bull dip on the 2 hour. So that's why I'm thinking we might get a jog up like after, which would make the market go down. So I'm thinking the market's gonna maybe go up for like Friday, right? To like entice people to buy it, and they'll sell to all the people that are going long. They'll sell to them, and then I think it might dump after.
Yep, exit liquidity, man. Exit liquidity 101. Yeah, something I'm watching here. I'm watching for we have a trend line in a symmetric triangle top here coming in right there. That's that line. It's right now it's sitting right on top of a soft order block that has about 85% sell volume in it. So I'm actually thinking that we get a fake out here. We bounce up out of this loud and high area here, right? You can see the loud has been pushing us into a doji right now. An indecisive candle. That's what that means. If you guys don't know, that one right there, indecision candle. Okay. And so I'm thinking that if this does break up above this, it's going to overshoot the trend line and go into the soft. Everyone sees this break and they go, okay, that's it. It's time to FOMO in, traps all of the bulls there for the long and then pulls down. That one's coming in at about 70,000 right now. Let's go ahead and get you a setup here. Yep, there we go. You're back in here. You're back in. So that's what I'm
Nice.
thinking happens on the charts. Anything on, I know you said Solana. You think we have a big flag? DDT, we got a big flag, he
Do you have a
says.
flag?
Yes, we do. Yes, we have a flag. And it's looking like it's primed for a great short at that 70,000. It would be juicy. Quite juicy. So, are you watching any other
That's
alts
70.
right now? Yeah.
Yeah, I am actually. But that 70,000 lines up with my we already got a rejection off it back here. Previous week mid, I think. Yeah. Yeah, previous week mid. So I got the previous week high, I do it every Sunday, every Asia Monday. I mark the previous week high, previous week low, previous week mid, and then the previous month high and low and stuff. And yeah, we rejected off the previous week mid, and then you saying 70,000 is in line again with around previous week mid at 69,600. It's like just a few hundred off from the 70. So that would line up with this too, with what I'm thinking. That's why I have these paths like this. The path, the blue line, boom, right? And then I got alts. I got alts for days, bro. We've been killing it with the alts live in the discords and on the YouTubes and everywhere. Recall. What's the most recent one? Dusk. Oh, this ICNT is going good. It's still playing out, but I think it's pretty much done. It's swept the highs. And it looks like it's curling over on the MVP oscillator and the chart
Yep. Might be
prime
time to take
oscillator.
profit on that one. Take your money, man. Take your
They
money.
say money can't buy happiness. Look at the fucking smile on my face.
And then shout out to the Otter gang, gang, gang. You know in his theme song how he
Gang,
says, yeah, to the TRB. So I saw TRB look like a juicy long the other day. So I dropped it live and freaking dropped the otter on here. The otter tail tells the direction, eh? See? The otter tail was pointing up. So that was my indicator to go long on TRB, and it worked out great. Ran it twice, boom, back to entry. Ran it again, boom, printing. So that was good. But I think
Nice.
it's rejecting right now. It did the same thing as that we just talked about this doing, sweeping the highs and then rejection. Now look at the TRB. See it swept the highs here, swept the highs, and look at this big red candle. See that?
Oh, yeah. That's a good rejection.
Yeah, swept the highs, hit my TP exactly on my TP line too. Shout out to market structure. That's how I set my TPs usually.
Shout out to
Yeah,
shout
when it
outs.
reject, yeah, shout outs. But yeah, so
David
that's cool. That
Brumbelow.
worked out.
David Brumbelow said he still trades TRB on Femex. So what are you trading that on?
Weeks I traded on.
Nice. Speaking of weeks, I've been in contact with House of Trades over there at Weeks, and they are wanting me to do a weekly show with Crypto Blood and House of Trades and some other guys. I don't know. We're thinking about picking up Weeks as another exchange for our community. So what's
Yeah,
that? Yeah,
I
yeah.
I'm doing that too, bro. I hooked up with that guy too. He's good, bro.
Yeah.
He's been trading
Yep.
for a
So we
long
may
time.
shout out the shout outs about shouting out shout outs. Dano Crypto, what's up, man? He said, I don't like weeks. I've heard that's why I'm like
You don't have
hesitant.
to.
Some people do, some people don't. I really need to know like what their status is on their liquidity reserves.
I can y-
Yeah.
I can
Give me
tell you
that
what I
data.
don't like about it.
What do you not like about it?
It's pretty good, but there's a couple little things like just network stuff, internet stuff, network stuff. Sometimes it'll just be like a couple second lag, or I'll just close the app and reopen it and then it's fine. So it's not a huge deal for me. And then if you pick poop coins though, small market cap poop coins, but I think this is kind of the same across multiple exchanges because
It
the small
is.
market cap poop
Yep.
coins, that you'll get slipped and stuff like pretty, So I just don't touch them anymore if they're too small.
ETH has to be a 50 minimum, 50 contracts, $50. What are you talking about? And he said it's laggy. Withdrawals are terrible with the minimums. Dano, I might hit you up. I'm very protective with my community on what I expose them to, and
Hmm.
so yeah, I'll get a group together. We'll all talk about it. Me and Jr. and Dano. We'll bring Dano in. DDT said he uses them, so I just like to get everyone's honest opinion before we expose it
Yeah,
to our community because we protect the
I've been
alumni. So
trading I've been trading on it for like I think 2 months now. And I turned $10 and a $50 bonus into 388 since then.
nice. Yeah, if you guys are not
So
following JR, he's got the Art of Crypto for his own YouTube channel. Maybe Alexandra G is going to drop that link in a second. I'm sure she will because she's amazing like that. But then he's also the primary trader in our own Discord. It's only $5 a month. So, yeah, we have one trader. Actually, Lunar Beach just dropped stuff in there. OC just dropped some stuff in there. So I guess we have more than one full-time random from the other guys, but the big one is the Piper plan for DCA, and we get a lot of data over there. DDT is always in there in our sessions with the members and stuff, dropping stuff too. So it's pound for pound, $5. You can't beat it. But yeah,
yeah, and
follow
Piper
JR.
DCA,
Go for it.
the Piper DCA, that Piper DCA thing you do, bro, that's like a chill way to print. Like you can go to work, go to sleep, and it's printing, and you're like trading like, spot. You're not going to lose your money, but you actually flip your paper.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, that's the best way. That's what I've been doing. It's how I'm on vacation for, a month out of two, 2 weeks in Europe, 2 weeks in the Caribbean. And next week, I will be going, not next week, I guess next weekend. So not this weekend, but next weekend, I'll be going to Utah. There was a family, a death in the family, we'll call it, extended family on my kid's side, ex ex-husband, ex-father, whatever, however you want to call that. But anyway, I got to go to Utah and take care of some stuff up there for the kids because they can't take off work because life is hard out here in this economy. So yeah, I'm going to be up there, but I will be going live still. It'll just be the same time schedule for you guys, but an hour earlier for me because I'll be in Mountain Standard Time. So I will be going live still every day. Just may not have a whole lot of extra stuff going on because I'll be talking to contractors and realtors and all kinds of stuff trying to get a condo flipped up there in Utah. So, but yeah. Anything else before we head over and check out a little more on the news side, JR, of what you're watching there? Anything that you want to talk about?
No, that's pretty much
Awesome.
what I'm
Well, I
doing.
appreciate you dropping in here for the Friday TA session with JR. If you guys have not done so yet, Make sure that you guys follow JR over there. His YouTube link, Drop the Art of Crypto. And then also check him out in the Discord. Always in there, dropping great stuff. Degeneration X, he said, my ninjas. What's up, bro? Appreciate you, JR. Trade safe this weekend, man. I'm going to go drop in on some more news, and you can hang out in the background, or you can head back to your hole in the Discord and start dropping some charts, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Okay, thanks. Cheers.
Awesome. All right, guys. So yeah, we're still holding this doji candle here. Appreciate JR dropping in here on Friday. So if you guys enjoy that, put a 1 in the chat, smash the like button to do all that good stuff. Doji candle continuing to hold here. Again, this is a high order block. It's got very high sell-off rate, 79%. But we do have this loud order block down here. This is like the highest here. This is your second highest here of strength on an order block. But these right now keeping us pinned right here in this range. So if we do pump up and break above the trend line here, I am not going too long, even on a retest, because I believe that we would need to break 70,000, 71,000 before I would get bullish on this, and that would get us out of this. But keep in mind, we still got dynamic reactor, quantum reactor, all kinds of stuff coming in right above this, and the golden pocket, which was a previous range here for us between that 0.618 and 0.66. This would also be the prime area for a rejection on this previous support after retest. You can see we busted through. We haven't come back to retest it from the bottom. That's as high as 75,000. So that's why I closed my short. We do have the potential to get up here, but we have any number of these things that could give us rejection. And that's where I will look at opening up my short bot again and having it run. Looking at the higher time frames here, you can see that we are beneath the 200-week moving average here on our current candle. Closing below this on the weekly here, which is coming up this weekend, would be a very bearish sign, especially if we're not able to pull up into it in the next week's candle. That would give us a candle close below the 200, and historically, that's been a very bad place to be. Once we lose that 200, losing below that has sent us into the lower bear cycle lows. So, and that's happened cycle after cycle after cycle. There it is. Became resistance, sent us lower. I think this one was like, let's see here. Once we lost it, it was about a 26% move to the downside. Even if we said, okay, that's what we're looking at, 26% move to the downside from that level. Let's see here. 26% move down from there would put us at about $50,000, which is one of the levels we've talked about here on the show. So, let's go check the chat, see who all's in here. I know Dano Crypto's in here. If you guys don't follow Dano Crypto, we redirect to him from time to time. Appreciate him dropping in. Crypto Coin Mindset with the ninjas. All set said, happy printing, JR. Yep, appreciate you, man. Who else? One Way. Thanks, guys. You're welcome, One Way. Dano Crypto said he subbed to JR. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Bitcoin bull flag on top side of the orb. Let's go check it. Let's go check that out. Let's go here. Bitcoin, 15 minutes. Actually, I like to go to the 3-minute. We should still see that flag. And there's your orb printing automatically on there. Thank you, Chart Prime. Let's go turn off the order blocks. There we go. That blue line there, that's your orb from this morning, guys. Printing from the high here at market open, 15 minutes to right there, giving us that level of the orb. And now it looks like we're creating a bull flag here. What they're saying on the 15-minute. Let's look at the 15-minute now. Yeah, little bull flag right there. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I am expecting some upside off of this data that we got today, but I'm not sure how high it will go. I'll be looking to definitely reset my bot for my short bot when we get up above these levels. So now it's a bullish doji candle instead of a bearish doji candle. It's still blue though. All right, guys, that's about all the time we have today. I appreciate you guys being here. Be prepared. Be prepared for the volatility. I think we're going to see some volatility this afternoon. Don't be surprised if right at market close something happens. We didn't have it last Friday, but it's been happening that way. So be prepared for that. And basically, guys, use risk management. If you're not using risk management, this market will shake you out every single time. So until next time, guys, trade safe, use some risk management, enjoy your weekend, and touch some grass, spend some time with your family and your loved ones, because at the end of the day, that's what we're doing all this for, trying to make a better future for them. We will catch you guys back here Monday morning, 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, with the news, the charts, the markets, the headlines, and everything you need to have knowledge. Until next time, guys, trade safe. Peace, love, profits. We're out.
That's the rap. Chart stack, data never lie. Piper led the mission, OC in the sky. Spaghetti on the screen, but the vision stay prime.
Yo, crypto. Thank you. Appreciate that. JR said, join them tonight for Crypto Coin Mindsets, Crypto on the Rocks live session. JR is going to be there. Keith and many more, I'm sure, will be in there too. So go have a drink or a smoke or a pancake and hang out with them tonight. Alexander G or Keith, can one of you guys drop a link for that in the chat? I appreciate you. Wow. Later, guys.
That's the rap. Chart stack, data never lie. Piper led the mission, OC in the sky. Spaghetti on the screen, but the vision stay prime. Chart prime visual, signals on time. Alumni strong, we built from the grind. Lessons in the market that'll outlive time. Knowledge is profit, you know how we run. Till the next one, stay sharp, get it done.
You can't handle the truth. Emotional damage.
We'll see you at the next
Don't
one.
know what the fuck they're doing.
Morning market report out. Ow, ow, ow.
Boom shakalaka.
We'll see you at the next one. Morning market report out. We'll see you at the next one. Morning market report. Ow.
That was awesome, dude.
Hey, it didn't break. What else you got?